Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Taurus for the month of August, including late July 2025. So Taurus, we are currently in the sign of Leo, which is a fire sign, so lots of forward moving energy this month, lots of action. You are in your sixth house of service, and I call it housekeeping, so it's catching up with all those little jobs that we put off till later. It's about health as well, health issues that we may have been ignoring sort of suddenly come to the surface. So it's all about, getting your house in order, basically. It's the month of the year where you do that, Taurus, so let's have a look. The energy around is the Queen of Cups. So very much an introspective card. Female energy, intuition. Really trust that intuition this month. It's 4 weeks. And she's a receiver, actually, the Queen of Cups. She's a great listener. She may not have many words, but she listens and takes into account and then gives a very deliberate answer. But she's excellent, actually, and the energy from her is really good too. Just follow your intuition, especially in the sixth house, because that's when particularly health issues that you've ignored, like teeth that are aching away or anything like that. So I think that covers it. So intuition is high on the list. Listening to people is high on the list. Where you are right now, Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is all about past life energy, people from the past suddenly out of the blue contacting you, running into people you haven't seen for a while, and it's all that kind of energy that consumes, that reminds us of times gone by, how we grew up, how, the friendships we forged that sort of now have just drifted away, maybe come back in because they're really important to us, really, but, life gets in the way and we do different things and on different paths, but it's very much time of that. It's also fun. It's very childlike energy. It's sort of pure. So be on the watch out for that kind of thing. And once again, it's cups, so it's very emotional. This six of all the cards with cups are emotions and emotion based. So there you go. Let's see what's bringing that in and influencing the rest. The Fool, big card, big energy. New beginnings, new book, new adventures, jumping off a cliff, not knowing where we're going to land, but taking that giant leap of faith, which is the Fool. So excellent. So it's sort of really new beginnings from here on in for you in terms of where you're going, and a new journey is upon you. So especially with these cups and this emotional stuff as well, may come back in your housekeeping house of the sixth house. Let's see what was going on in June, July in the background, still holding weight today. The Emperor, the Father card. Another big card, Taurus. So the Emperor talks about, it's basically father. About your father, your relationship with your father. But it's also a card of learning how to get what you want or achieve the goals you want by a process of strategy, discipline. Nothing comes easy with the Emperor around. You have to really pull in all your positive energy to make sure everything is how you want it to be. Leave no stone unturned, basically, with the Emperor, and you will get to where you want to go. So, and that's kind of ties in nicely with father, because that's what dads do. They kind of, they sort of say, well, you've got to do this and you've got to do that, and that's not good enough, go back and do it again. It's that kind of energy, but it does get you to a place, especially for Tauruses, that you want to get to. Achieve that goal, but it's not going to be an easy feat. So there you go. 2 big cards, Taurus. So let's see recent influences and see what's been going on there. And we have the 9 of Wands. So whatever project you have on the go at the moment, you're nearly at the end of it. 9 always talks about completion of events or of goals. And it's that point in time where you just think, oh, look, I'm over this. When is it going to be over? So the 9 of Wands literally reaffirms to you that you're nearly there. So don't give up. Just one last push and you'll get over the line. It's a very good card, actually, especially when we're just like, oh, look, this is never ending. And there it comes. It's just like, well, you've got a bit more in the tank. Just use that reserve. Use that, what is that adrenaline to get yourself over the line. You're almost there. Which ties in with all of this, obviously. So let's see the lesson you'll be learning. 5 of Wands, extremely busy, extremely sort of things coming at you from all directions, really, with the 5 of Wands. I call the 5 of Wands the navigator card. It's about how you navigate obstacles in your life, everything coming in at once. It's a Wands card, so it is very fiery and very sort of progress oriented and process oriented, but it's all about, the key is the navigation of it. You know, as you know, some people are just like, oh, everything's happening at once and I don't know what to do, I'm just stuck here, and arguments flare up, all sorts of things, because it's just that stress of too much going on at once. But it is about navigating your way through whatever this is. And with the 9 of Wands here, I'm guessing it's some sort of project that's nearly completed but not quite. But yeah, then you hit that phase of just like it all comes in at once, and there you go. So navigation is the key for this 4 weeks, Taurus. Near future, 7 of Wands. So 7 of Wands actually is another, lots of wands, is a great card for sort of teaching you how to stand up for yourself and actually using your voice and saying, okay, this is the way I see it, this is my opinion. And just remembering also with the 7 of Wands that it is quite competitive as well, but your voice is just as good as anyone else's, so use it. Don't just sit there and then say later, oh, but no one listened to me, but they all talked over the top of me, etc. You've got to just sort of assert your authority a bit more here. And it's a great lesson to learn in life too, because otherwise we just sit there and sort of, it's almost victim-like and say, oh, no, I didn't get to say anything. But yeah, you have to when this comes in, and you will see forward-moving energy coming your way. Let's go down to what's happening that you're not realising. 8 of Swords, taking your personal power away. So this is the perfect follow on from the 7 of Wands, because if you don't speak up for yourself, you give your personal power away. And giving your personal power away is literally making a prison of your own making. So it's like, yeah, well, you've only got one person to blame, so you need to bring your power back to you and just say, no, actually, this is what I think, this is what I'm going to do. And therefore you're not giving that personal power away to whatever's going on. And it's also another good lesson in going, well, don't give it away. So excellent. So remember that, that's really important. This card's always key in a reading. It's always the one that sort of shows up what we're not realising. Okay, let's move on to how others see you. Page of Pentacles. New projects on the horizon. They're in their seedling stage, so they have to be nurtured, watered, fed. There is great optimistic vision here with this card of building something of worth for later on. It's Pentacles, so it's obviously work, it's projects, but it's also going to see a financial return for you in some way or the other. And it's also very much, as we have the Emperor up here, it's like, yeah, well, you just follow the Emperor's rules of strategy, discipline, etc., and anything can be yours as long as you realise you're in for the long haul. It's not going to be, you know, magic wand fix. But that's how people see you, very steadfast. Always sort of, Taurus are the methodical plotters of the zodiac. They literally stick at things until it actually comes into fruition, and they're very good at it, including marriage, including projects, including work. So very stable, very great card to be seen as. So yet another adventure here and another project in the mix. What you're feeling positive about? Judgment. So second chance. Karmic debt has been paid off. Whoever you had karmic debts with, and it's usually, it is people. Can be things as well, but usually people. You don't owe anything anymore. You've paid off your karmic debt, so on you go. It's like the second chance. It's the slate wiped clean. It's about being able to move on to the next phase, knowing that you've done absolutely everything that the Emperor asked you, if you get what I'm saying, and I'm sure you do. So wonderful card there, positive feelings, especially for the Taurus, and especially in the 6th house. It's always good to catch up on all those things we've kind of ignored, including our own health, everything like that. Clean, you know, do your good proper house clean, and then you're ready for the next adventure with the Fool. Let's see the outcome. And we have the Page of Swords. So things sort of up in the air slightly with the Page of Swords. It's lots of ideas floating around. They're not yet sort of grounded in anything. They're just ideas in your head. Can also be children, obviously, with pages. Can symbolise children in your life, or expectant children, if you know what I mean. But it's about we'll put a oracle on that Page of Swords, because it's always a bit ambiguous. It's a bit wishy-washy sometimes. It's like ideas, 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 but you've got to make the idea into like a real thing, like a ground the idea, if you know what I mean. You've got to bring it in and make it as the Page of Pentacles, so you've got that. But this idea thing is really good to know. So I'm just going to pop a oracle card on that, an oracle card I should say, and see what's underneath. The High Priestess. Wow. So something great's coming. Discernment, prescience, prophecy and vision. So it's very intuitive. The High Priestess, she's very much about keeping her own counsel. She's very much about using that intuition and vision that she has for something. So it kind of really is an amazing card to get to end your reading. I'll just read you the key point. The High Priestess reminds you of the feminine principle of receptivity, gathering power by receiving information and waiting for others to act first. Allow the world to show you its intention. The goddess blesses and protects you when the High Priestess of Avalon appears on your path. So that's pretty amazing. So wait for others to act first. Hence the ideas sort of floating around. So you just have to wait. You'll have to wait for the September reading to find out what that is. But I feel like you will know that anyway. And waiting is a good thing. Keeping your own counsel, which the High Priestess also advocates for, is always a good thing as well. So thanks very much for listening, Taurus. I hope you have a wonderful 4 weeks.